everybody. I've got the 656 crew with me. I've got Oliver and Ray and Javier. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome. It's a little warm, but we're good.
Just a little bit. Are you melting?
I think Javi's melting.
I'm melting where I'm at. Like, it's humid. It's hot.
Oh.
Yeah, we get
No
humidity
thanks.
where I'm at. So it's like living in a swampland.
No.
I prefer dry heat than humid heat.
Yeah, me too. I will take this desert anytime over any I don't know sweaty swamp or any beach, even any beach with this kind of heat.
Yeah.
I will take the desert.
Yeah, the same here, man. A pressure cooker or a flamethrower? I'll take the flamethrower. Thank you.
Yeah, the pressure cooker kind of, especially when you're female, right? Because like we spend all this money on getting our hair done, and then like
man.
we walk outside and it just completely goes to hell.
And I mean, the beach is fine, but for any work day, I don't think I would enjoy it that much.
I know.
Totally.
Exactly.
Can't blame you there. So we're going to talk about Cryptidnals today, but we're also going to talk about some undead borders and like get into like what, you guys came up with here, like why maybe you came up with this story.
And yeah.
Sound good?
Sure. Why this?
We got some people in our chat too. Apparently Oliver's in the chat. Oliver.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
We got Johnny Cage. What's up, Johnny?
Nice.
I love your game, man.
Links.
The
Aerith guys.
The Aerith guy. Brian, right? Yeah, he's Brian.
Brian, yeah.
He's for six
Aerith is
por vida.
awesome.
Es todo, carnal.
Oh, Gargoyle shows up
Of
with
course.
his eggplant every time.
And the gargoyle.
And Johnny Cage says he spends a lot on his hair too. I would believe that.
Even if you,
Woodrow. What's up, Woodrow? Okay, let's get into like some Cryptidnal talk, right?
Sure.
Sound good?
Let's go. Sounds
Okay,
good.
so what made you guys want to write Cryptidnals?
It was a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff that came into writing it. Mostly it was my own experiences growing up, like witnessing paranormal stuff, experiences that I had like with certain cryptids. And that's what started the gears going. Originally, when I first started writing comics, it was all superhero stuff. I wanted to do X-Men, and then I read Faust, and that just completely changed everything. And I was like, oh, well, I want to do comics like Faust. And, and not only that, but my original love is poetry, literature, stuff like that. And I wanted to kind of integrate that into comics, kind of not so much highbrow comics, but kind of give it that aspect of, something unique, something different. Around 2016, I was driving around one day with a buddy of mine, and we were playing a game that we usually played, which was we would pitch story ideas to each other back and forth, original story ideas, either mainstream characters, our own characters, or whatever. And I pitched him this idea for a group of cryptids, of monsters led by the Loch Ness Monster that were hired by the U.S. government to go into the world and retrieve artifacts, like religious artifacts, like the Spear of Destiny or the Crown of Christ and stuff like that. And he was like, "That's crazy, but it sounds cool." So we started just throwing ideas back and forth, and we kind of abandoned it for a while, but it was always in the back of my mind. And slowly but surely, I started fleshing it out. But it changed. It completely changed because originally it was kind of, tongue-in-cheek, kind of action comedy type thing. But it turned more into horror once I started doing the research for the cryptids that were going to be in the book. But I didn't want it to be just schlocky horror. I wanted it to be like true disturbing horror that's kind of hard to write and kind of hard to express, especially in comics. And that's what I started working on. I approached Dario and I gave him the idea, and he started working on some pages. I said, hey, let's keep it to ourselves and see if we can pitch this to a publishing house, maybe Alterna, maybe Image. I don't know. Let's do something. And I wanted it to be in color. And we got to the point where we had the first 6 pages, and we sent them out to Alterna. We sent them to Peter Simeti, and they got lost. And we had to go back to the drawing board. And we're like, well, he never saw them, so let's start over again. And that's when I approached Oliver and everybody else in 656. And they were like, why didn't you come to us first? We could have prevented all of this from happening. We could have just gone straight into working the book to be its best that it could be. And the first thing that went was the color, like no color in the book. Dario went back and he started drawing the book in a completely different style, and slowly but surely it became what is now the Cryptidnals book.
Awesome. And Javi's doing the art for it, right?
No, Javi's doing a pinup, I think, I hope.
Oh, Javi's
But
doing a pinup.
Mhm.
So who's
Dario,
doing the
Dario's
art?
the one drawing it.
Yeah,
Dario?
Dario Rodriguez. He was the one with in your show last time. Remember?
Yes. Where's
Yeah.
he at today?
He's working. He's at work.
Aw. I
Either
love that he did that. Like he did it drunk. Not only did he draw Goblin Girl drunk, but he did it in like 30 minutes, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. So tell him he was missed today, okay?
Yeah.
He went back to heaven because he's Mexican Jesus. If anyone wants to know who's Dario, for this really sporadic occasions that he appears on, he's the guy with the long hair and the good attitude.
Now, I want to go back for a minute because I met you guys about a year ago when y'all did Undead Borders, right?
Mhm.
And that was such a great book. It was so beautifully done. The art in it was magnificent. Like the storyline, it was captivating. It had humor. Like, I mean, the look of the art had that metal look to it almost with that zombie movie feel, kind of like a George Romero type
Mhm.
zombie movie. And I love that. Like, I absolutely love that book. And I want to ask you guys, like, how did y'all feel about that campaign and where it went? And...
It
was
was
our first campaign.
Yeah, it was your first one.
Yeah, it was our first campaign, exactly. I think it was very positive. Overall, very positive. I mean, it would have been good if we had more money, right? More backers, but I think it went well for what it was.
Yeah.
For us being completely
I can honestly
unknown.
say, like, I was very impressed with everything I got with my book. Like, I had like a drawing, and like the art was beautiful. I can't stop gushing over it. And like, I have friends come over. I'm like, hey, you got to read this. And then like, I tell them this story that you guys tell me about Juarez when we first talked. And they're just like, they're blown away. Like, they love it. So like, I think that Undead Borders really is going to lead to the Cryptidnals doing really well as well.
We're hoping. Javi's the one that drew that, and Pancho, which is Oliver's brother, he's the one that wrote it. All of us did kind of like just support on that, tech support, I guess you could call it. But I mean, it leaves you wanting more, and hopefully we will deliver more down the line, right?
And this was a good scene in Undead Borders.
In my case, I'm so very happy for the reception that we got. People, I wouldn't say the few people, because there was quite a few people that bought the book and that got the book and that gave us really good comments about the story and really good comments about my art, because I did both pencils and inks for this, and it's a black and white book. Since the beginning, we knew that the English-speaking public is how you say, Oli, an exigente kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
very
very demanding.
Demanding reader. Yeah, they're very demanding.
Yeah,
and I was kind of nervous because we are trying to get into a kind of a wider audience.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't say that I try and do some kind of classical American, or I don't know, even kind of the typical thing you see in a zombie book, because I think my art is mainly manga, but I also take like a lot of inspiration from cartoonish European books and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of nervous into the much of the people that were backing our book. And I was so happy when the comments started flowing out that it was good.
Well, Javi, I gotta say, like, the art is beautiful, and I wouldn't want you to do an American style. Like, I would be disappointed if you tried to do American like comic books. Like, I really would. But like the fact that y'all left this black and white, it really added to the story. It gave to that dark feel of what was going on in the environment. And so I really liked that y'all chose not to color it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Since I started drawing, I had like the years that I was learning to do stuff. And one of the hardest things that I found myself getting into was finding the confidence and people that were like encouraging me to just do the things I'm comfortable with,
Mhm.
and at the same time helping me with my own style. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm really happy to be free to say, well, this is the kind of art I do. This is manga if you want to call it manga, and it's not, I don't know, stylized if you want to call it stylized.
I honestly I looked at it as an indie project, right? Like I didn't look at it as a manga and I didn't look at it as a comic. I looked at it as a
A lot of
story.
people say that.
Like I looked at it as a story in words and pictures, right? Like that I could follow through and actually enjoy, and it evoked emotional responses from me. It wasn't just the words on the paper that evoked that, it was also the artwork. The
Well, for
artwork
that,
told the story for it.
for the emotions, I will say that you have to credit Pancho because he wrote a really enticing and well structured story. But at the same time, I try to really bring out aspects of the story that were reflected into the graphic narrative, because at the end of the day, it's a comic, and comics are a visual medium.
Yeah.
So yeah, we try to work one with another, and bring up a good story and a good product.
Hmm.
We get some more friends over here in our chat, and
Yeah.
if they're speaking Spanish over here, I'm gonna let you guys take that because my Spanish is very, very limited.
Corvento says, "Hola chicos, ¿qué onda?" That's what's up, guys.
Okay, what's up, Corvinus?
It's funny that you mentioned American style because the first Undead Border that we did were actually in that vein, no, and a more realistic,
Mhm.
more traditional storytelling, whatever. And for this book, I told Pancho, we should like get Javi on this because Javi's style is very very unique, man, and the type of story we're telling, I think it lends itself for that style. No, it's very 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 animatic, very dynamic, loose, cartoony, and
The,
it's a good contrast, no, of the realistic, serious situations in Under the Border, and plus
Mhm.
the with the contrast of the artwork, and I think it's a perfect match.
I would
Yeah.
agree. I would very
Yeah.
much agree. As I was reading through it, like I felt it was a really good, just thought out story with great art. Like I could follow through. I also have this in Spanish, which I couldn't read it if I didn't have the English version.
No, but it's interesting because the Spanish version, it's not 100%
the
one to
same.
one. Yeah, with the English version, because in the English we added more pages
The
to.
Spanish
uh
version, the intro of the Spanish version is drawn by Oliver. It's
Yeah,
like 20 pages, I believe.
yeah, 24 pages. The Spanish version has artwork of mine in the intro, but in this version we condensed it into 12 pages, and
And it's
it's all
completely
done by
different.
Javi, and we added more pages to the story so we could like have so some sequences could have a little breathing room
Mhm.
I don't know when did we release this, like 5 years ago, more or less,
Yeah, it seems
4 years
about
ago.
4 years
Yeah,
ago.
what we knew
Oh,
4 years ago doesn't match what we know now. So we came back with a magnifying glass, and we just, hey, we should change this. We should add a panel here, add a splash page here, so we could make it more of a dynamic experience for the reader.
So basically, you're saying you've learned, you've grown,
Yeah.
you've
Yes.
evolved, as artists, as writers, as people.
Exactly.
And the print quality is also super better
Oh, the
in
print
the
quality,
English.
damn, it's
You could call the English version the definitive version.
yeah.
So now that brings us up to Cryptidnals, right? Like you guys y'all did the Undead Borders, now you've got Cryptidnals going on. Like what is it that you've seen that you've changed between the two?
We're out.
The writer and the artist.
No.
But besides that, I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I always talk to Dario whenever he brings me pages. I just tell him you should be careful with the layouts because we want big reveals to be page turners, no? So so we might have to modify it, add a extra page so we could like so that big reveal would be like the page turn, no?
mhm,
So that's just the kind of advice I give Dario, just to like build the suspense and reveal it well, and they lay out your pages correctly and all that. So we could so the reader could have a great experience reading the book.
Well,
exactly.
I gotta say, just this cover alone is like beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank
Dario
you.
does a magnificent job.
Oh yeah,
Where
Yeah,
did
both
y'all
Dario
find
and
Dario?
Dario was kind of like a fluke. It was interesting because he was just passing by at our. We had a studio in downtown Juarez back in mid 2000s, and he passed by with one of our friends who she's an artist, a painter, and they just came in. Hey, here's Dario. He's a friend of mine. He also draws. He draws comics or whatever they called, right? And we were like, "Whoa, shit! This is awesome!" And at the time we were looking for more people because I think I was the only one drawing there, and Pancho and Javier. We have another Javier, which helped us write Under the Border. So
I wasn't born yet.
yeah, he wasn't born yet. Yeah, so yeah, we were more writers back then than artists, and I was just the only one there. So I was happy that, hey, Dario, come join us and let's draw something. Let's try it out, no? And yeah, that's how we met, and he's been here with us ever since.
So,
I,
what made
I'm-
you decide to have Dario draw this one?
that's all. Ray's doing.
yeah, when I originally started writing it, I had I guess a vision of what the art should look like. It was very Junji Ito, very Gustave Dore type of
Ooh,
artwork, and the only person that I knew that could probably pull that off was Dario. So I approached him and I was like, "Hey man, you think you can do this?" And then he's like, he started adding his own thing to it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm really into Bernie Wrightson," and he added that. And then he's like, and what took us by surprise a few weeks ago was he revealed that he was really into Ernie Chan, and Ernie Chan is like this old school artist from the 70s and 80s. He used to draw Savage Sword of Conan. His artwork is beautiful. His inking style is gorgeous, and that's what Dario infused into the pages of the comic. Just he was really channeling a lot of Ernie Chan into these pages. And it's great that it's not in color because originally I wanted it to be in color, and Oliver and I got into an argument about it that I wanted color and he didn't. And this is coming from a colorist, of course, and he won out, and I'm glad that he won out because this is the result right here.
I yeah, I could see the influence. I can also see like is Dario going to be like the Hispanic Junji Ito?
I believe so. There was who was the artist that was commenting on that? I forgot who it was, but it was one of the artists that we're on the stream with, and he's like, "Yeah, Dario is." He actually said this, not us, but the artist said that Dario is
Preston.
better. Preston was Preston, right? That he's better than Junji Ito because Junji Ito's, I guess, panel work is not as dynamic as Dario's,
It's
and that's
not.
what.
It's really not.
Mhm.
I'm
And
I'm
Yeah,
I'm a
that took us
huge
by
Junji
surprise.
Ito fan, so
Mhm.
Junji Ito's strength is the page turner.
Yes.
Yeah, the page turner. That's what I tell to say to Dario. Let's use that Junji Ito's technique so it could be
what
more dynamic, more a cooler experience.
Also, something that Junji Ito differs a bit with Dario is that Dario is really, really into drawing beasts and animals,
Yeah.
and Junji is a bit more on the human side of horror. But Dario is really into
Right.
monsters, into actual monsters, and that's something that Dario has going for him.
Definitely. I would definitely agree with that. Like he gets a lot of really good texture too. Like even with this where was it? Like some of this and then with his monsters down here in the interiors that you have shown,
Oh yeah.
like you can see the texture in it and it's amazing. Like you guys, this is one of the books that I'm really excited about that I backed. And
Awesome.
like
Thank you.
my significant other backed it too. Like we both backed it. We were like, yeah, we got to get this. Because we're
We
all into
appreciate
the
that.
horror stuff, you know.
Oh, you won't be disappointed on this. Trust me. And the good the balance is the horror and the art. I mean, the story and the art. Of course, I tried really hard to write something that drew from reality and at the same time gave you the creeps. And Dario, of course, picked up on that immediately, and he's just started delivering this gorgeous art. So I feel really lucky that my words are becoming, this beautiful artwork that you see right here, and the story is coming to fruition.
I gotta say, the black eyes, the missing eyes, is really creepy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The Black
Like,
Eyed Kids.
I might have nightmares tonight, y'all.
Oh, you haven't even seen anything yet. Wait till you get to the other pages. I don't know if Oliver wants to share the Smile Dog pages because those are creepy. You think the
Sure.
Black Eyed Kid pages are creepy? The Smile Dog pages take the cake, man. My God.
Yeah, if Oliver wants to share, I'm all for it. I love it. I love like because it's been so long since I found something that's a good horror, right? Like I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but like horror nowadays, whether it's in movies or comics or books, like it's just not there. It doesn't have that same effect like it did 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything is kind of changed in that genre and so it doesn't strike that fear that I
It's
want, you
it.
know? Like I want to be
Mhm.
afraid when I'm reading something that's supposed to be scary and
I think it does exist, but people are not pushing it to the forefront, or more. It's more that corporations are pushing the crap in the forefront. So, I mean, all the
Hmm.
Korean horror out there, that's something really nice.
Oh yeah.
I
You,
will say like Asian horror has been like a huge I won't say influence, but like a huge love in my life.
Yeah.
I
mhm.
love Asian horror way more than I love American horror. So I'm really happy to see that like, you know, it's coming from Central and Mexico as well because that means it's closer to us and we're going to get more of it, right? So I'm
That's good.
Exactly.
excited about this. Can't even tell you guys how
Yeah.
excited I am.
Asian horror, like Asian ghosts, like I think we were talking about this last night too. Asian ghosts don't play around, man. They don't fuck around. Like that's scary stuff, man. Anything paranormal from Asia is really creepy stuff. So
Well, it's like you were saying, they do a lot of like human horror, right? Like it's more
mhm.
based in like revenge and like humans turning on each other and doing horrible shit to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like they tend to play a lot off of that where it seems like you guys are taking the monster aspect and the like the stories that we heard as kids, you know, and bringing life to it, breathing life to stuff that maybe even some of us have never heard of, right?
yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing. We're trying to do some more obscure cryptids because everyone's familiar with Bigfoot, everyone's familiar with Loch Ness monster, the Mothman, stuff like that.
Mhm.
What we're doing is we're bringing to the forefront more obscure characters like La Llorona, of course, has always been a favorite of mine. Spring Hill Jack, the Man Dog, which is a local legend. The Goat Man, stuff like that. And then the bad guys, the big bads, are the tulpas, and tulpas are the ones that have been coming into like their own as of late because of creepy pastas, because of the internet. Like the Rake and the Black Eyed Kids, and the Slender Man. And this guy right here, the Smile Dog story. I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not, but it's creepy creepy, man. Like,
Give us context on these pages so we could show them off.
so in the story, there comes a point where the one of the characters, which is Quetzalcoatl, the Q, her name is Quinn. She has to escape a situation, and she's wandering around trying to find her way. And
Can I
the
interrupt
big
you, Ray?
bads.
Because I
I'm
will
sorry.
never have guessed that you could pronounce Quetzalcoatl like a Mexican. I'm
I did my
super
research,
happy for
Holly. Thank
you.
you.
I'm super happy
Quetzalcoatl?
for you, Ray.
Quetzalcoatl. There you go.
Because
Oh, I can also say.
Ray struggles saying stuff like taco and other Mexican stuff.
I can't say taco to save my life. By the way,
that was
I can
all.
also say Popocatépetl. Are you impressed?
You didn't say it right, but you were.
Oh, okay,
Hey, Ray, if it makes you feel any better, you say it better than I do.
there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lola. Thank you so much for that.
You were really close, Ray.
I was really cool.
By a hair.
By a hair. Cuatotepec. No, I forget it. I'm just gonna stop right there. Anyway,
Keep going.
so in this case right here, Q is looking for a way out, and the big bads send the Smile Dogs after her. And Smile Dogs are these. Well, I mean, just look at the pages. These are Smile Dogs right here. Creepy.
They're very creepy. Oh my god. That one looks like a cross between like a Cheshire cat and like a Chihuahua.
Yeah, exactly.
They look cute there compared to the next page.
Oh, this page is.
Ooh.
I love this page right here.
Yeah, people like everybody should be excited for this right here.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. Like the pages that we've shown so far, we're starting to show more pages now because, of course, we're into our next 30 days and we want to show fresh stuff. But you have no idea what's in this book. Like, we've just scraped the tip, the surface of what's in store in the Cryptidnals
The
right
tip
here.
of the iceberg,
The
right?
tip of the iceberg. There you go.
Just the tip. You always give just the tip.
Just the tip.
But look at that he was cross hatching, man. That's
Yeah,
But that's
This
what
is-
keeps everyone wanting to come back and want more, right? Like
exactly.
you give them a taste of what you're doing, and then like we see this and we're like, oh my god, I gotta know more. I gotta know more about these Smile Dogs. Like, you know, I want you to tell me more about it. At the same time, I'm like, don't, because then like you'll run the book for me.
If you back
No
the book, you're
spoilers.
gonna find out. So no worries on that. But
And-
yeah.
and after that page, hell breaks loose.
Oh yeah,
It's
after
awesome.
that page, we don't want to give away more, but after that page, it gets really, really crazy, even more crazy.
We got a few friends over here want to say hi to you guys. So where'd he go? Francisco says Hill 656ers.
He should be here, by the way.
Yeah,
but
he
I
should
think
be
he's
here
at-
talking about Undead Border.
He's at work. He's a writer of that border, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not Dario.
No,
No.
no. Dario doesn't get online.
It's just Francisco, right?
Yeah. Dario, he's a recluse. He just draws and creates. Can't be bothered to do anything else.
We got Corey Barton. What's up, Corey?
Hey, Corey.
Saying hey
What's
to
up,
everyone.
Corey? Good to see you.
Finner Fire. What's up, Finner?
Nice. Hail.
Fizzy. I can't say his whole name, so I just call him Fizzy.
Very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Comics mate.
Everything's for nerds. I agree.
I think I got everybody.
You're telling me.
So when are you guys looking to start fulfillment on this?
Hopefully by the end of the year, and as early as January. It just depends on the whole pandemic thing. You know how it is. It's crazy. It's still crazy.
Is it still crazy there?
I mean, well, more or less, just because of the vaccine, it's getting a little bit what's the word? I mean,
What?
people are
tolerable
getting
or-
out more
Oh,
or
yeah.
less. Yeah, it's not very restrictive. That's that was
Yeah,
It's
there you
weird
go.
because you have some states that are almost totally opening up, and at the same time, the very next state is in red. So it's
Yeah,
kind of weird. we never know if the next few months are going to be like okay or whatever, because we are even like looking forward to a really massive event, like Latin America level event in December in the book fair. But we at this time is like a coin flip if it's going to happen or not.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, going out to cons or book fairs this year is not. It's a no because people are not. I don't think they have money to spend on going out on trips right now. So
Right.
I would rather have them wait so we could have more to offer and
Unless they invite us.
unless,
And then,
unless they pay for everything and we'll go. Of
yeah,
course, yeah,
I'm seeing
Exactly.
that's possible.
yeah, yeah.
You never know.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it seems to like here, because like I'm in the South, right? And so like we pretty much didn't care the whole time. Everybody just did their own thing. We were just like, we don't care what the government tells us we got to do. We're just gonna do what we want to do.
isn't that didn't El Paso do the same, Ray?
Pretty much. El Paso did the same thing. They're like, yeah, yeah, whatever. We're gonna still have parties and get-togethers, whatever. And
Yeah, we're like,
yeah,
you can sit there and tell us what to do, but it doesn't mean we're gonna listen, right?
yeah, exactly.
Like your rules were meant to be broken, so here we are.
The only thing that was really affected for me was my D&D playing, man. Like everybody that plays D&D with me, they're like, no, we all got to be vaccinated. I'm like, come on, nerds, come on, let's just play. And they're like, no.
Well, you should have got on Roll20 and like got everybody together on there.
We tried it, but everyone's like, no, we'd
It's
rather
not
play
the
in
same,
person.
is it?
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same when you can get together with people and have fun and
Yeah,
laugh and joke and like murder each other in traps.
Exactly.
or
Murder
just goof
hobos.
off and not play.
No, Ray, are you the only one that plays D&D here, or do you other guys play D&D as well?
No, they all shun me. They shame me. So.
They're like we are nerds like that.
It's too nerdy for me, honestly. And I collect video games on saying that.
Mhm.
Now,
Oh man.
what can you tell me that some of these tiers have that we get with Cryptidnals?
Your turn, Oliver. I did it last time. Your turn.
Okay, the first pack, the ultimate Cryptidnal pack,
Hold
which
on.
is the Cryptid Hunter. Which
This
one? Which there's only one left, by the way. Yeah, you're gonna back it right now. It contains all three covers. The supplemental book, Mandang Unleashed, with cover by David Olivares. I almost forgot his name. Uh, the sketchbook featuring artwork by Dario Rodriguez, which will feature the original pitch to Alterna. So I already talked to Dario about that.
Oh, nice.
And what's cool about this, it's gonna have a sketch cover. So you back it, and you're gonna get a fully rendered sketch by Dario Rodriguez, and
Now,
also
is the sketchbook? Is it gonna be like the Dead Notes that was in
It-
Undead Borders? Is it gonna be
it's
about the
gonna
same
be
size?
it's gonna be a full size floppy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's the yeah. Ray didn't want to do mini comics Ashcans. He wanted a big one. He likes them big.
Pretty much. What can I say? Both
Oh.
the Man Dog Unleashed and the sketchbook will be full size floppies.
Yeah, full size comic book floppies. Also, we're including, and this is gonna be I think the coolest part because this is the last Polaroid sets we're gonna offer
Mhm.
because we had to take them down because the price was getting incredibly stupid, so we had to cut back on that. Sorry, guys, but yeah, we're gonna work with you guys. Anyway, this is the last 12 Polaroids from the campaign, and it's gonna feature sightings, monster sightings, tulpa sightings, like in your neighborhood or outside in your backyard and stuff like that. And we're gonna accompany it with MP3 files that describe the picture, and those MP3 files are kind of like coast to coast call, like like a guy just saying all this crazy shit to the DJ.
Right.
Or more like the Evil Dead 2, no? Like Ash
Mhm.
plays
Yeah.
the real to real player, and he started listening to all this crazy shit. So yeah, so we're gonna offer the MP3s, and also for this exclusive pack, we're gonna offer it with a cassette tape. So you can have it your analog, your physical, and your digital. So and it's the only one where we have left. So get on it, guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one, man. Like that's it. After that, we won't offer it any longer. We're still gonna offer, nonetheless, the pictures, or rather the Polaroids, but they're gonna be in a book. And
Yeah,
we just unlocked that last night on Fiendish's on Irene's channel.
yeah.
So we're
Don't
gonna be
call it
out.
fiendish. It's
Yeah, I know,
Irene.
I know.
Yes.
On Irene's channel, we unlocked that. So that's still going to be available. You're still going to get the MP3s. You're still going to be able to see the Polaroids, the pictures, and be immersed in the story. But this package right here, the only one left, is going to have the actual physical Polaroids and the cassette tape. Don't forget about the cassette tape.
I
Yeah,
gotta ask about the cassette tape, okay? Like, is it an actual working cassette tape?
yeah.
And,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
what exactly am I gonna play it on?
That's what we're offering the MP3s. I mean,
Oh,
or you can go to a garage sale and look for a cassette tape player.
Or I could just pull out the old, 1970 Chevelle and like,
ooh, nice. There you go.
I mean,
which those had what, eight tracks or just regular radios.
I think those had 8 tracks, actually. Now that I think
yeah.
about it.
So yeah, I'd have to find like a 1980s car. There we go, a car from the 1980s.
There you go.
Or go to the
Sit in the
Goodwill,
car.
Lola. I mean, there
No,
are
but that's
Goodwills around.
awesome. That gives it that throwback, right?
Yeah,
Gives it
yeah.
that throwback feel. Now is
It's all part of the experience, the criminal experience. You have to hunt for a tape player now. You can listen to this craziness. It's all part of
Oh,
it's all part of the lore.
the lore, exactly. Maybe the
oh,
guy who sells you the tape player is into cryptids too, and
yeah. I'd be like, what do you need this for? Like, well, I need to listen to a tape and blah,
what
blah,
kind
Johnny
of
blah.
tape?
Cage wants to know: does it come with a pencil to rewind it?
We're looking into it. We're looking into it.
Yeah, we got to include that, man.
So is like the full story gonna be on the cassette, or like?
No, it's well. You can explain that, Ray.
So the cassette is meant to add to the main story. The main story is what it is. It's complete. It's going to be in one shot. 132 pages of the book. But if you want to delve deeper, because you know how as of late, like Disney does this, Marvel, of course, DC. If you want to know more about what's going on in like the main book or in the main movie, you got to go read a novel or pick up the comic or watch the TV show and stuff like that in order to be fully immersed. Well, we're kind of doing that, but we're doing it all in one place. You don't have to hunt for all this stuff, and that's what the cassette tape and the supplemental book is going to add to the main story. It's just a little bit more information. If you really like the characters and you want to know where they came from or what's going on, this is a little bit more just to kind of just put the cherry on top of the main book or the main story in the book.
And who's recording on that?
We'll have voice actors, or maybe just me. I don't
Just
know.
boy.
I did the voiceover for the trailer, so I might end up doing the whole thing.
Yeah, we have people here that we're gonna do the tapes in our city. We know a couple of people that manufacture it, so we just need to give them the MP3 file or the audio file. I don't know what format they need it in.
Mhm.
But yeah, and Ray knows people who can help him record it. So yeah, we're set.
I think it's awesome. Like it's different. Like I haven't seen really anyone else other than and I don't think Air is offering a cassette tape. They're just offering the box. There's in a box that looks like a cassette
Ooh.
tape.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, those are just a bunch of copycats.
They don't have an
Oh,
actual
man.
cassette though, Oliver. They don't have an actual cassette. I think they have a soundtrack, but not an actual cassette. So
There you go.
that's different. That's a throwback. And that, we're all talking about how we love the 80s, the stuff from the 80s and 90s, right?
hmm
And like that's one of the things that really hits home when it comes to nostalgia is cassette tapes. Because we all had a Discman or a Walkman or,
Oh yeah.
an 8-track player for some of us,
A boombox.
a boombox.
I had that.
I
had
get
a
the feeling
boombox.
that Oliver's probably had a few block parties in his day.
That's for another stream, Lola.
That's another
We
story
could
for
tell
another
you.
stream.
We could tell you all our parties we had here.
Oh man.
So Sketch is in the house, and he's speaking Spanish. So one of you guys want to like translate?
He's
What's
pretty much
going
saying,
on?
What's up, guys?" That's all he's saying. What's
Yeah,
going
Say
on,
what's up,
Javi?
guys.
Like,
Órale, ¿qué onda? Yeah, what's up? What's up, Sketch?
That's what happens when you watch our stream or YouTube channel way too much. You start speaking Spanish too.
But Sketch is Puerto Rican, so he knows Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there you go.
Or I doxed him. Sorry.
I guess I should say sí.
See.
See, see, senor.
Is
Sí, señor.
I think the trash just came over to pick up at Javi's house.
No, that's actually my neighbor. He's like an old school trucker. Like
Oh, okay.
he goes to other states and all that, and he comes like once a week. That's this here. He's a
Yeah,
shield dude.
perfect timing, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't want to miss Omega here. What's up, Omega?
Mega, good to see you, Mega.
Chile Mega.
And Wookie, let's go, buddy. Let's ride. Let's listen to some Cryptidnals and ride.
Yeah.
I don't.
We'll get some Slurpees. What?
Go get
There
some,
you
oh
there
yeah,
you go.
some.
Okay, so you get all of that in this one here, and you've only got one left.
Yep.
So, like,
One left.
as soon as I end this stream, if like this one is gone, I'm gonna cry. You know that, right?
Why?
Because if it's gone, I can't get it.
You can still get it right now, so
Get it right
It's
now.
up-
Yeah, but I can't do it on stream.
but you're still gonna get the field notes at the very end. At the very, very bottom, you'll see it. Everyone is gonna get that because we did reach the 9K stretch goal. So don't worry, you're still gonna get the full story.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Like, you guys deliver, and I am here to say they're very professional. They're very good guys. They deliver on time. Great work.
I don't think on time.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, that was like technical difficulties. Man. We would have delivered on time.
We delivered.
Was supposed to come out on time. Yeah, there
I mean,
you go. We delivered nonetheless.
I didn't think you guys were terribly late or anything.
Well, Oliver has us like scared because he threatens us, so we had to be on time.
He's very
Like, I
self-conscious.
just assume you work on Mexico time.
There you go.
So
Yeah, it's the maquila time. That's what I call it.
Maquila time.
I mean,
5 minutes is 5 minutes. Vatos, let's go. Hey,
Hey man, time is money.
time is money. Let's go.
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulties because my hard drive failed on me, so we had to recover everything.
Mhm.
But I kept everybody updated. That's for sure. I mean, we're not gonna keep quiet and oh shit, don't say anything.
that's why I thought you guys were on time, because like I didn't feel that there was a skip and a beat. Like, I backed, you guys made it, I got it.
And
Well, thank you for that.
And
Done.
I didn't spend the next decade waiting for it. So
you didn't see it in Walmart.
that's
Oh.
right. I didn't see it. And you know what? I probably will never see it in Walmart, hopefully.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it'll happen.
Maybe
so.
later on after or in Barnes and Noble. No.
That'd be nice. Barnes and Noble would be nice.
I like it that like the indie guys keep it indie. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, just something about it. It's got a different feel to it. Like if I have to go in Walmart to buy it, it doesn't have that same feel to me. You know?
Yeah,
Like everybody can go get it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's this thing is like it has to be cryptic. No, you have to like go out of your way to obtain it. No.
Yeah.
I think that's like the spirit of this book, no?
Also, they made it like hard for indie artists because I could totally see Walmart saying stuff like, "Hey, we like your book, but you need to print like 10,000 copies, or I don't know, 100,000 copies for this and this country,
Yeah.
and you have to give it us in advance, and you have to uh, leeway a lot of your, how you say, your profit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think they will make it hard for indies.
I mean, not only that, but they might actually ask, for us to change stuff in the book. You never know. It just depends, because Walmart's supposed to be like, I guess, more family oriented, and a lot of stuff in this book, although it may not be like sexually blatant or anything like that, there is a lot of violence, a lot of gore. So I don't know if they would actually carry anything
Wait,
like
wait,
this. Or
wait, Ray, are you saying I can't read this to my kids as bedtime stories?
oh yeah, you can. That's no
I
problem.
mean, if
I let my
you,
kid watch Chucky all the time, so yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
My kid loves The Thing. The Thing is her
Oh,
favorite.
nice,
oh shit.
So,
nice,
yeah. So
good
I can
choice.
see this
Have
being a
they
bedtime story.
have they read Under the Border?
Not as a bedtime story.
Okay.
That's a good movie to watch early on, just so you can keep your expectations high with other movies later on.
That's true.
Pretty much.
I can get behind that.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. Some of these monsters you have in here. The black eyed kids, man. The black eyed kids are still, like I said, I'm probably gonna have a nightmare tonight about black eyed kid.
Don't YouTube it, Lola.
Don't YouTube it.
Don't go into that rabbit hole because it is freaky.
Now, what can you tell me about the other covers y'all have on here?
Okay, so the first cover, of course, is Dario, the one with the Wendigo skull and the Bigfoot hand. The second cover is the Mothman cover. That's the Battle of Nightmare Hall, which is a part of the book, and it pretty much is a homage to X Men. I think it was I think it was 251, and actually, and it's the cover where Wolverine is crucified on the X, and that's pretty much what you're getting here. The artist, his name is Raymond Gay. He's an up and coming artist right now that's drawing a lot of variant covers for IDW for The Last Ronin, and he lives in El Paso. So I asked him to see if he could draw a cover for us, and he was like, "Yeah, can I draw the Mothman?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, man, no problem." And this is what he delivered. And the only sad part about this is that the original artwork is digital, so there's no actual existing hard copy, version of it.
It's absolutely beautiful. Just like the terror in it and like the blood. Ah, I love it. I love it.
Hmm. Yeah, when he
And then
gave when he
this
gave it
one.
to us, I was like, "Wow, what the hell?" I didn't expect
Honestly,
that.
that was a challenge to color because that's
Yeah.
I don't, obviously the focus should be Mothman, right? But I mean the background too because it was so blank, so I had to like find a focus and all that. But plus the red in his eyes, like it just brings you dead center to it.
Yeah, it draws you to it.
Yeah, but I guess I did a good job. People
Thanks.
are loving it, so yeah, I did something right.
I think the color on it looks beautiful. Like it definitely gives to it that dark feel, but it's not dark. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
too oversaturated with like blues and blacks. Like that red kind of contrasts all that, and it really gives to it.
Totally.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes it pop. So Lee did great on the colors on that one. And then
Yeah,
this
the colors
cover,
look beautiful.
Thank you.
hmm
Thank you.
and
And this one,
he knocked it out of the park on this one too. This one is drawn by Aurelio Mazzara. He's also an artist that I've known for a while. He's a good friend of mine. He lives in Italy, and he decided to do a cover, kind of a homage to one of the Wizard covers, where it was the White Queen and Jean Grey on the cover. And in this case, it's La Llorona, who is on the right, and Spring Hill Jack on the left, and then the Nyango is in the background with all its tentacles coming at you.
yeah, like that's a really beautiful piece, and I really like the color on this too. Like it has that contrast. You know what I'm saying? Like you've got the
Mhm.
warm colors versus the cooler color, or yeah, the cooler colors, and it just makes everything pop. Like those chicks look awesome. That's another thing I need to ask you guys while you're here. How's the TNA in this book?
It's subtle, it's there, but then again, everything that Dario draws is sexy as far as I'm concerned. So all his women, even if they're not blatant, they're still sexy, and it carries the book. The women look beautiful, the monsters look monstrous. We played down a lot of the
Do
human
we get any
aspect in the
monsters with
story.
TNA?
Actually, there's a female Rogaroo,
Oh,
and
yeah, the female werewolf, right?
yeah, there's a female werewolf in it, and I hope Serena isn't listening to this, but she probably is. I based her off of a Shakira. Oh, yeah, she's listening. Anyway, um, so yeah, go check it out. I love you.
Well, I have to ask. I'm a talking ass, and I'm 42% here. So 42% of me is like, I gotta find out about the TNA.
Yeah, so yeah, there's gonna be there'll be a bit as far as the TNA is concerned, especially with the werewolf uh, girl and Spring Heel Jack, of course. And La Llorona looks sexy in a corset, so you're gonna get that too.
What's up, Pale Rider?
Thank you.
Like
Yeah,
I've got
What's
people
up,
coming in
Loretta?
we
here
were waiting
now.
for you, Pill Rider. Thank you.
I know.
What about see? I've got really high expectations for this book, y'all.
We will deliver. Trust me, we will deliver on that.
There's Red Valkyrie in here.
Hola.
Kind of red.
She maybe was wondering about our like tequila night or something.
Oh,
Hoping we
man.
got some tequila going in here.
Whoa.
Oh, don't remind me about
Not
that.
not with Shay.
I'm still
That
drying
was
out.
all Shay. Shay and Ray, man. Shay and Ray. Tequila buddies.
Tell me about it.
Tequila buds.
That was crazy.
Hey, there's Sai too. What's up?
Yes,
Hey,
Sai.
what's up, Sai? Good to see you.
I know where you live, though.
All right. On that note, we're done. Sai's coming for me. But no, I've got like I expect nothing less from you guys but greatness. Like this is beautiful, and I'm so excited for it.
We
And
appreciate that. We're really trying really, really hard to make sure that the brand, the 6x6 brand is something that is memorable and people will keep coming back to, especially with the products that we're delivering, the projects that we're doing. The next project is already waiting in the wings, and that one's going to be a complete 180 from the Cryptidnals, but it's still going to be awesome and very unique as well. So just look out for that. Hopefully that'll be launching soon. And of course, the Undead Border Second Chance campaign is also going to be launching very soon as well. So you can get your Undead Border copy if you didn't get it the first time around.
Exactly.
well, I'm gonna play the trailer if you guys are okay with that, and that's gonna close us out. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you
Watch
so
me
much for
do
having
this.
us, Lola.
Watch me,
Yes,
boomer.
definitely.
Boomer.
I'm a boomer.
No worries.
Still learning, guys. Still learning. Gotta hang in there with me. Okay.
In the dark recesses of cyberspace exists nightmare fuel we take as fallacy. But these tales and images are cursed through the power of belief. Tulpas, sentient thought forms residing in between the abyss of life and death. Their endgame is to destroy the only reality they know, ours. Only darkness can vanquish darkness, more rapid than the radiance of light. Enter the Cryptidnals, mythical beasts of unearthly abilities whose existence has been criminalized by humanity. The first and only line of defense against the incursion of otherworldly evil. A secret war of monsters is about to begin.